Hello everyone, and welcome back to Age of Mythology Divine Edition. Today we're going to be taking a look at the next Lakota Mythic Age god, Anpao and Han, who is available to both Kaga and Wii. Anpao and Han are the twins of Twilight, and their improvements are all very aggressive, as well as their god power. Anpao and Han's myth unit is the Wania Thanka, which is an amphibious giant who is very durable, boasting a very high armor, and also is good against aquatic myth units, so it has a specific bonus against them. This makes them a fantastic counter for something like the AoM and Elva, while still being a good myth unit on land. The voice lines are actually done by our Lakota consultant, Seb Winters, with, of course, a voice modification. Doesn't actually sound like that. Fortunately, it would be kind of weird if anyone's voice did sound like that in real life, but, well, so it goes. Anyways, Anpao and Han have 4 technologies, the first of which is Morning Star, which increases your archer and cavalry archer damage by 30%. And if you remember how good the Lakota cavalry archers were, this is a fantastic technology. I mean, sure, your cavalry archers are still cavalry, and they will be affected by crenellations, so especially in the late game, when the enemy has a lot of towers, they sort of fall off in strength. But honestly, if you get to the late game as Lakota, and your enemy is full-on deathmatching you with a whole bunch of towers being built all over the place, you've lost the game. You need to beat your opponent before then, and if you hit Mythic Age, and you have 300 food and 28 favor, research this technology, spam cavalry archers, and absolutely slaughter your opponent's villagers. I mean, let's just see how high the damage is. Waoka damage goes up to 9 per second. You're getting an additional 2.1. Oh dear god, look at that. 19 pierce damage a second. No upgrades. 20 listed here. That is just huge. Especially with 23 range. The fact that, you know, they get all the standard upgrades. Yeah, it's just an extremely good technology. Yeah, plus 4.5 pierce damage. It's great. Cycles of Light increases your myth unit's damage against heroes by 20%. This does not mean that your myth units now do bonus damage against heroes. It means that the damage that they do to heroes, which is normally severely penalized by somewhere between 50 and 80%, is now reduced by 20%. So they suffer a less penalty. Twilight Lineage grants you the Witch and the Wizard, who are basically medicine women, but are more powerful heroes. Of course, you only get them once. So, comparing them to a normal medicine women, the damage is essentially quadrupled. The armor is substantially improved, and they have a ton of HP. They also gather favor faster if you task them on a Ribbon Garden, and I believe they even move faster, 4.5 speed versus 4.1 speed, yeah. All in all, they're good. They're not Son of Osiris level good. Nowhere near that. But they're good. And the final technology is essentially an upgrade to Wania Thanka, which turns them into Wania Wasike, I think? Wasike? And it makes them deal 100% more crush damage. So normally the crush damage is 10, and now it's 20. This is, once again, a great upgrade. Honestly, Anpao and Han are a real powerhouse, and I firmly believe that if you are doing well in the game, you should probably go up for Anpao and Han. Wofi is good, but that's more for an even match, I think. If you have an advantage, you go on Power and Han, you use the God Power, you get those techs, and the opponent just never recovers. Maker of Days is a fantastic destructive God Power. Essentially, it creates an area of effect that just kills everything. It doesn't kill a Titan, it doesn't kill a Titan Gate, it doesn't kill a Wonder, but if the opponent doesn't have a fully upgraded Citadel with, I think, Sun-Dried Mud Brick, it'll kill it. If we use it right here, the enemy has a little bit of warning. We use the God Power, and then it causes a burst effect. But after that, everything in this circle just dies. This has no damage cap, meaning that unlike a God Power like Earthquake or Tornado, it doesn't matter how much damage it does, it will always deal more. However, the area of effect is much smaller than those God Powers. This means you have to be really careful about where you use this. If you put it in the right spot, you can kill a town center and a ton of caravans. You might put it on a gold mine to deny the gold mine for quite some time, similar to how Fires of Peace can do that. And can do that very well. But yeah, this essentially makes a circle on the map in which enemy units will not survive. Of course, it also means your own units won't survive. One of the appeals of Fires of Peace is that it heals your own units. As I've implied, Maker of Days does the opposite of that, and attacks you just as much as it would attack the enemy. So, this God Power cannot be used in self-defense. If you try to use it anywhere close to your own units, the enemy will just run away. Try to bait your units into it. If your town center is getting attacked, Fires of Peace can help you save that town center by healing all of your units as they repair and try to defend. Maker of Days would kill your town center if you tried to do that. So, you have to be very tactical with its usage. Finally, let's discuss the Akasita of Anpao and Han. The Raven Keeper. Raven Keepers are just solid cavalry that have a bonus against myth units and heroes. This makes them sort of a cross between a less fancy Yith Possessed and a Jarl, and they are very good units against, for example, a Ragnarok, where they can trade quite easily into the Heroes of Ragnarok. The only issue, once again, as with all of the Akasita, is that they are expensive. They do, however, just cost 3 population, making them very pop efficient. Anyways, that's all. Have a nice day.